The morning bell rings, echoing through the grand hallways of Rosewood High School. Sunlight filters through the tall windows, reflecting off polished lockers and bustling crowds. Teenagers laugh, shout, and rush to their classes, filling the air with a mix of perfume, chatter, and the metallic clang of locker doors. But amid all the noise, one corner of the hallway remains silent, where Emily, a 16-year-old blind girl, stands uncertainly with her white cane tapping softly against the floor. Her uniform is neat, her dark hair tied in a low ponytail, and a small silver bracelet dangles from her wrist, a gift from her late mother. Her world is different. The colors, faces, and expressions that others see are for her just shadows and echoes. Every sound paints her picture of reality. But what she feels most clearly isn't sound, it's loneliness. As she walks down the hall, students part unconsciously, creating space without offering help. A few whisper as she passes. Poor girl, she's weird. Why even come to school if she can't see? Each word lands like a quiet dagger. She keeps her head down, her cane tapping rhythmically, click, tap, slide, her only companion in a world full of eyes that look away. A loud laughter suddenly startles her. Someone rushes past, bumping her shoulder. Her books spill out of her hands and scatter across the floor. The pages flutter like wounded birds. Emily bends down, her fingers searching the cold tiles for the missing pages. Dozens of feet pass by, stepping around her but never stopping. For a brief moment, she freezes, biting her lip to hold back tears. She whispers to herself, "It's okay, Emily, just pick them up." From the far end of the hallway, a quiet figure observes. Mr. Harris, the school janitor, a man in his late 50s with tired eyes and gray in his beard, pushes his mop bucket slowly. His blue uniform is faded, his hands rough from years of labor, but his gaze is kind. He watches as Emily struggles, small hands trembling, knees pressed to the cold floor. He wants to help, but before he reaches her, the bell rings again. Students rush past, flooding the hall until she disappears behind the moving crowd. Mr. Harris sighs deeply. Another day, he murmurs, his voice heavy with compassion. As the hallway empties, he finds a few pages left behind, one with her name written in delicate handwriting, Emily Carter, grade 10. He carefully folds the page, placing it in his pocket. His eyes lift toward the door she exited from moments earlier, and he whispers softly. No one should feel invisible. The camera lingers on his face as the hallway lights flicker, the sounds fading into silence. A single mop streaks through the corridor, symbolizing how one unnoticed man sees what others refuse to. It's late afternoon. The sun has dipped low, painting the empty hallways with a golden glow. The school is quiet now, lockers closed, classrooms empty. Emily moves slowly, guided only by the echo of her cane. She had stayed behind to finish an assignment in the library, but now, every step feels uncertain. Her cane taps against a bucket she didn't expect. She gasps, startled. A soft voice responds immediately. Whoa, easy there, young lady. It's Mr. Harris, mopping the floor nearby. His gentle smile is the first kindness she's heard all day. I'm so sorry, Emily stammers. I didn't see, I didn't know you were there. He chuckles softly. Don't worry, I don't think anyone really sees me either. There's a warmth in his tone that puts her at ease. She listens as his mop glides over the floor, slow, patient strokes. For the first time that day, she feels safe. He notices her backpack looks too heavy, her steps too careful. Do you need help finding the exit? He asks. She hesitates, pride fights with exhaustion. Finally, she nods. Yes, please. Mr. Harris gently takes her hand, rough and calloused, but steady and reassuring. The moment their hands meet, the camera focuses on their joined fingers, a bridge between two forgotten souls. They walk slowly down the hall, the sound of their footsteps echoing. Emily begins to talk, something she hasn't done in weeks. People, they don't mean to be cruel, I guess. They just don't know what to say. He replies softly, sometimes silence can be the loudest form of cruelty. They stop by the exit. The late sunlight warms her face. She smiles faintly. You're the first person who talked to me today. He looks surprised, then saddened. That doesn't say much about the world, does it? Emily chuckles, a small, fragile laugh. You sound like my mom. She used to say people don't need eyes to see kindness. Mr. Harris nods, his voice gentle. Your mother was a wise woman. She was, Emily says, tears forming. She passed last year, The silence that follows is heavy but comforting, a shared understanding of loss. Before she leaves, he hands her the paper he found earlier. You dropped this the other day. Her fingers trace the page, she recognizes her handwriting and gasps softly. You kept it, of course, he smiles. I figured it might mean something. Emily squeezes his hand. Thank you, for seeing me. As she exits the building, her silhouette framed in sunlight, Mr. Harris watches her go, a small smile on his weary face. For the first time in years, he feels his life has purpose again. A week passes. Posters cover the school walls. Talent show, this Friday. Students buzz with excitement, discussing who will perform. Emily sits quietly in the cafeteria, earbuds in, humming softly to herself. Unknown to most, her voice carries a rare beauty, a soft, soulful sound that once filled her home with light. Mr. Harris passes by, notices her humming, and pauses. You have a beautiful voice, he says. She blushes. Oh, I just sing for myself. No one wants to hear a blind girl sing. He smiles gently. Then sing for the one person who does. His encouragement lingers in her heart. That night, she records her name on the performance list, Emily Carter, singing. When Friday arrives, the auditorium is packed. Students, teachers, and parents chatter excitedly. The lights dim, and one by one, performers showcase their talents. Then, the host calls her name. Next up, Emily Carter. A hush falls over the room. Some students whisper in disbelief. Isn't she the blind girl? Emily walks onto the stage, her cane tapping softly. Mr. Harris stands at the back of the hall, mopping quietly, but his eyes never leave her. She stands before the microphone, takes a deep breath, and begins to sing. Her voice, pure, emotional, trembling with truth, fills the room. It's a song about loss and hope, about darkness and finding light. The audience grows silent, captivated. Tears well up in teachers' eyes. Even the ones who once ignored her now see her differently, not as the blind girl, but as someone luminous. When the last note fades, a heavy silence fills the air, and then, a roar of applause. The entire hall rises to its feet. Emily smiles through tears. This song, she says softly into the microphone, is for the man who showed me light, even when I couldn't see. The camera cuts to Mr. Harris, his mop still in hand, eyes glistening. The crowd turns, realizing who she means. Slowly, the janitor steps forward, hesitant but touched. Students part to make way. Emily reaches out a hand toward his voice. He walks up, takes it gently, and together they bow. The spotlight glows warmer, brighter, like a sunrise breaking through years of darkness. As the camera pans upward, their silhouettes merge in the golden light, a girl who couldn't see and a man no one noticed, both finally seen by the world.